guys. So that was probably about an hour, hour and a half, maybe. Probably about an hour, give or take, of sanding. And I got this, just this whole panel here sanded. This total fair, it really shows up where you have to fill. Like it's coarse, but you can see this is all smooth here and like a gray.
He means light green. He's just too exhausted from all the sanding.
Color, and then where it's rough, it's darker because it hasn't been sanded yet. So I know I need to put a little bit of hair, like probably from about here back to here, and just fill about 2 inches wide there, and then that'll be pretty well done on that section, like right there. But I mean, for the most part, this looks pretty good on this wall here. So lots of sanding. I got it hour and a half on just this maybe 8-foot section here, and that's just sanding with the long boards, varying different angles, different you know, different length boards, a little bit of everything. So unfortunately, there's gonna be a lot of sanding over the next few videos, so bear with us, guys. And as I say, once we get this sanding done, hopefully it'll start getting a little bit more interesting pretty fast. And
Alright, so we officially have the boat covered in fairing compound at least once all the way around.
some spots actually had 2 to 3 coats.
I was getting there.
Show it.
But it looks really good. It's gonna be hard to see on this.
I think it looks pretty good though. If you eyeball it, I mean, vertically it looks pretty straight all the way down. Like I said, I'm not overly concerned with the sidewalls, only because once we get the boat flipped over, we may have to pull them in a little, or push them out a little to get the bulkheads in, you know.
But it looks good.
Getting it.
Whee! But we still need to do the mortar wells.
So I'll start sanding the dry stuff now.
This side didn't need nearly as much.
No, I've used quite a bit.
Ooh, she rough. I think it looks really good too.
So I got most of this side done. My arms are just done tonight. A couple little spots I gotta fill, a bit darker here. Not too bad though, all in all. So a little spot here. There's a little dip here. It actually comes all the way up, and I think this is where we joined the two panels together when we assembled them, when we fiberglassed them on the tables. So this needs some filler all the way down, and one more little spot here, and that will that should just about button up this side, I hope. I'll fill those hopefully maybe tomorrow. I'll throw some filler on there, let it dry, and I'll sand it another side, and I'm just gonna keep jumping around until it's all done. I did sand the top too up here. It's a little dusty. I don't know how you can see it. And I didn't make it all the way to the front, but again, my arms are just shot tonight, so about 2 hours is my limit. So hope you guys enjoy all this sanding video, but if you want to build a boat, this is the crap you go through. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Today, while Carl is sanding, I am tasked with fairing out the mortar wells, and I'm actually going to be doing a mix of our own because it's so coarse up here. If you can see that, the texture needs to be filled in, and the Total Fair does a decent job, but it's more expensive than our stuff, so we're going to make up a batch and use that. Well, we knew this was gonna happen, but at least the weave is filled. See how slumpy it is? Whew. This one's real bad.
Alright guys, so we are getting ready for another wonderful night of sanding. Got my long boards here, some fresh sandpaper. I'm using a 30-inch Durablock, and it's probably about a 12-inch Durablock. And this is kind of where we're at. I've got most of the tunnel done, and hopefully this all shows up pretty well here. There are some spots we still have to touch up. Darker spots here, and all the streaks like in here have to get touched up. Here, right here, but for the most part I think one more good coat. Hopefully we'll get that on this weekend, and we will be in really good shape. We'll have to touch up little spots, obviously, here and there afterwards. But I think we're looking pretty good. It's been a lot of work sanding so far. I'd have to go through the hours, but I want to say I probably have about 20 hours just sanding, just from this strake here, this hole, the tunnel, down, back up, into the other strake over here. Probably about 20 hours into it. It's, you know, 2 hours, 3 hours at a time, max. And even then, you know, 3 hours, you got to stop for so many breaks. You're losing probably half hour, 45 minutes out of that. So, but it's definitely getting there. We're starting to see progress. Hopefully within the next week or two, we'll be ready to start putting some primer on. And then hopefully supply chains aren't too detrimental right now, and we'll be able to get our paint. And then after that, we're ready to flip. So yeah, that's kind of where we stand. Haven't been doing a lot of recording, only because it's just monotonous, you know, like nobody wants to see 30 hours of sanding, you know. So tonight I just have this last little bit in the front here, pretty much from the wave break down along the curve, and the bottom of the hole is just the inside of the tunnel here. And then I'll set up on the outside with a ladder to get the last 8 feet of the outside of the hulls. This side's already done, but so yeah, that's kind of where we stand. Wanted to give everybody kind of an up to date, and you know, like I say, the videos are, I think Cassie's moving on to some different videos now, just to kind of mix it up, and you know, some content that we weren't gonna share yet, but you know, yeah, it's starting to get there. So all right guys, well, thanks for watching, and yeah, hopefully we have some more exciting stuff coming soon.
You can't help yourself.
Okay.
All right.